Welcome to Shrimpscast number 7. Well, Saturday the 31st of October saw Lincoln City come to Christie Park. Sammy and the team were hoping to avoid a Halloween horror show after the previous week's disaster against Northampton Town. Well, the team must have cast a spell over Lincoln City and rode out 3-1 victors. Steve Middlesbrough with the match summary a little bit later on. Well, before that we continued to look behind the scenes at Christie Park, and I caught up with the matchday official photographers Mike Williamson, Ian Lyon and Keith Fitton. So we're here today with Mike Williamson, Ian Lyon and Keith Fitton, who are the official photographers for Morecambe Football Club, and we just thought we'd ask them about the wonderful service that they provide for the club. Mike, how long have you been doing it?
Oh, hell, late 1970s. Yeah, on and off, and then somebody thought, he seems to know what he was doing, which shows how good I was at fooling them. But they asked me to start taking mascot pictures and man of the match and stuff like that at the end. And
okay, so you've been fooling them for a while then, yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah.
So it started off as a hobby?
Yeah. Well, my dad was an amateur photographer, and I did the same.
Very good. Ian, how long have you been doing it?
About off and on 10 years, I would have thought. Same. Just interested in taking photos and a hobby.
Right, okay.
Just enjoy taking the photos.
Yeah. Okay, so you've been doing it now for 3 weeks now?
Yeah, fourth game I've been fooling them for, so yeah, I'm the new boy down here on the touchline.
Yeah. So who's got the biggest lens? It's got to be Keith, hasn't it? Yeah, it's got to be Keith. So how many miles do you think you've done over these last 30 years then? How many games have you covered?
Games I've covered, I don't know. I've done a list of how many away venues I've seen Morecambe play at, and that's something like 150 odd venues. But how many miles that involves, God knows, because I've been to Dover numerous times, I've been to Torquay, I've been to Exeter quite a lot, and I've even been to Lancaster. So I mean, it's I've covered quite a few miles. Hundreds of thousands.
I'm going to say around the world maybe.
Well, possibly, yeah. Yes.
How many photographs would you take during a match?
Well, now in these wonderful digital times, Ian takes a lot more than me because he's got a shaky finger and he keeps juddering on. But I must take 40, approaching 50 pictures. But you chuck a lot away, because there's a lot of rubbish. But that's the way it works.
Okay, Ian, what about you? How many have you taken today? Let's have a look.
115.
115 today. Keith, can you beat that?
Oh, just slightly. I've taken about 559 photos.
So what, you take 559? How on earth would you manage to take that many for a start? How would you then go about deciding which ones to keep?
Virtually every pass. No, what it is, I came down early, I took some shots of the crowd, people milling about. I went and stood in places that I would never normally stand, which made me concentrate a bit more on what I was taking and why I was taking it. And I've got a high capacity card in there, so it doesn't matter how many I take. In answer to the second part of the question, yeah, it'll take me quite a while. I'll go through, first throw through, I'll just bin everything that's even slightly out of focus, and then I'll go back and bin everything that's boring. And
that's most of them then?
Yeah, well, I ended up with about 100 photos from last week's game that I thought were worth showing Sean, so for the programme.
Right.
So that's how I do it.
Sure. And you take the photographs for the main website, for the official Morecambe FC website, do you?
Yeah, myself and Ian mostly, put pictures on the galleries there as soon as possible after the game. Sometime later on this evening there'll be pictures up there.
Well, I think that's a service that everybody really enjoys, and I remember somebody saying once that I think the most viewed photographs are the ones of the crowd shots, trying to spot themselves.
Well, yeah, it's always popular, that, yeah.
You find that in?
But I have to be honest, I don't take a lot of the crowd. I'll probably have to start taking more of the crowd, especially now we're leaving old Christie Park, because people will want to see themselves for the last time.
Absolutely, and speaking of that, have you been taking photographs of the new...
Yes, we have. Both me and Mike have been taking them, and you can view them on the gallery on the new website for the new stadium.
Yeah, the Morecambe Stadium.com, I think it is it? Yeah. Where there is a gallery, and it starts off with pictures from before they even touched the place. Right up to steelwork that they erected this Wednesday. They allow us access, and we do take quite a lot of pictures of the work that's going on, don't we?
Superb. As I said today, I think we've only got one chance to do that.
Yeah.
We've been here at Christie Park for how long now? 80 years. And so I think even Mike with his best efforts isn't going to be around for another 8 years, I wouldn't expect.
I didn't see him build this one,
No.
I would like to point out.
But you were there at the first match.
Would have led.
Right, one last question, guys. Best photo you've ever taken, what was it?
Jim Bentley lifting up the trophy when we got promoted into the league, without a doubt.
Well done, well done. You can't use that same one, Keith?
It would probably be a John McGuinness shot going over Ago's leap.
Mike, last word to you.
I mean, to take so many, one of my favourites is a picture of Justin Jackson having netted at Stevenage. Stood there with his arms outstretched and an appalling smirk on his face, you know.
Great, well guys, just say thanks for the job that you do. There's a lot of people out there that do appreciate it, and I don't think people say thanks often enough, but on behalf of all the Shrimps fans, thanks very much. Mike, it'd be remiss of me not to ask you about this. A few weeks ago, you got framed, I think is the right word, by Sky.
Yeah, the so-called dancing episode. That was the wonderful new fireworks exhibition we have as the teams come out. And
You're not expecting them, Mike?
no, I was fully prepared for them. I was. That was a bit of my thespian sort of tendency coming out, and I was totally acting when that happened.
Okay, I think one of the
pretending.
I think one of the comments they made was, why isn't he taking photos?
Because nothing was actually happening. I mean, the fireworks aren't worth photographing, and I don't know. The only thing I'm getting annoyed about with that is that nobody's offered me a fee.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do about that. Thanks. Well, after the match, I caught up with Steve Middlesbrough and asked him his thoughts on the game. So I'll give us a brief summary of what you saw today, Steve.
Lincoln were a shocking side, actually. The poorest side I've seen in League Two for a long time. I think Chris Sutton has got a lot of work to do, but that's not to take away from a Morecambe performance that was quite accomplished, and I think we were more up for it. I think we wanted it more. I think we were more passionate. I think we tore into them. We didn't give them any space. We closed them down. I thought they ambled about for no apparent reason. They just looked listless, I'm afraid, Lincoln today. But Morecambe, as we said before, they made us look a bit like Barcelona in parts today. Lots of nice, fluent football. I thought Stuart Drummond was man of the match.
Another goal for him.
Another goal, similar to the goal against Northampton. And Rennie Howe, of all people, of course, took advantage and pulled one back to make it 3-1. But I think it was just damage limitation, really, because we were never going to lose. I thought, the goal for Stuart Drummond was a good one. Great work from Craig Stanley on the left. The 2-0 made it a bit more comfortable, and then wrapping it up with the 3. I thought, good result. It puts us above Cheltenham in the league, and hopefully it can send us off to Carlisle in a lot happier frame of mind for next week's FA Cup first round tie.
I'm sure Sammy's a very happy man tonight.
I think so. I mean, it was nice that the fans got behind Sammy right at the start, chanting his name, and Sammy responded. I think most of the fans know that we've had a horrible set of injuries.
So, season starts here, yeah?
Yes.
Well, next Saturday sees us away at Carlisle in the FA Cup first round, and after drawing with Carlisle at Christie Park earlier on in the season and going out just to penalties, we're all hoping that our visit to Brunton Park will be a lot more fruitful. We'll see you there.